Hello, dear viewers. You are on the channel where the scariest and most mysterious stories come to life. True events, dark legends, and fictional tales that will send shivers even down the bravest spine. Every story here is a journey beyond the ordinary. If you enjoy fear and the unknown, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to leave a like so you never miss a single story.
Today I will tell you a story that has haunted me since childhood. This is not just an urban legend, it's a chilling true mystery about a train that vanished, taking everyone on board into an unknown void. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like. Stories like this must be remembered, for they whisper secrets from the past that refuse to stay buried. I first heard the tale from my grandfather, a railwayman, who spoke of the Zanetti train as if it were a living, breathing specter. His voice would drop to a hush when he described the summer of 1911, a year that forever changed the history of Italian railways. They called it the Zanetti, a sleek, modern passenger train, celebrating the opening of a new, exceptionally long tunnel near Lombardy. On board were 106 souls, wealthy passengers, excited families, and a diligent crew, all looking forward to their journey. Grandfather remembered the excitement surrounding its maiden voyage, a symbol of progress and engineering marvel. The tunnel itself was a behemoth, nearly a mile long, a dark maw carved into the heart of the mountain. Preparations for the trip were meticulous, every detail accounted for, ensuring a smooth and celebratory journey. As the train approached the tunnel's entrance, witnesses recalled a strange, ethereal mist hanging about the opening, despite the clear day. The air grew heavy, a peculiar stillness descending over the landscape, as if nature itself held its breath. Grandfather said some observers felt a sudden, inexplicable dread as the train steamed towards the dark passage. The locomotive, with its 3 carriages, chugged steadily into the gaping mouth of the tunnel, its whistle echoing one last time. They waited. And waited. But the train never emerged from the other side. A small crowd had gathered at the tunnel's exit, eager to witness its grand arrival, but their excitement soon turned to confusion. Minutes stretched into an agonizing half-hour, then an hour, and still, the Zanetti did not appear. Panic spread like wildfire among the railway officials. Something was terribly wrong. A search party was quickly assembled, men armed with lanterns and a growing sense of dread, entering the tunnel from both ends. The tunnel was empty. Utterly, completely empty. The train, its passengers, and crew gone. Only 2 of the 106 passengers were ever found. They stumbled out from the entrance, disoriented, screaming, and incoherent. Their faces were etched with unspeakable terror, their minds shattered by whatever they had witnessed inside. They spoke of a suffocating white mist that filled the carriages just as the train entered the tunnel. The mist, they claimed, turned the inside of the train into a swirling, blinding vortex, accompanied by strange, high-pitched sounds. One of the survivors, an old man, could only repeat, "It was a phantom," before he succumbed to madness. The other, a young woman, was found clinging to a tree, babbling about screams and a sudden, bone-chilling cold. She spoke of a feeling of being pulled, of seeing blurry figures and hearing distant, mournful cries before blacking out. Both survivors were taken to a mental asylum, never recovering from the traumatic experience. Investigations began immediately. Every inch of the tunnel was scoured, but no trace of the train, no wreckage, no bodies were found. The ground beneath the tunnel was meticulously searched. No sinkholes, no hidden chasms. It was as if the train had simply dissolved. The Zanetti was a solid, physical train. How could something so massive just vanish into thin air? The railway company, unable to explain the incident, eventually sealed the tunnel with bricks, effectively burying the mystery. But the legend of the ghost train refused to die. Grandfather said the workers who sealed the tunnel refused to speak of what they felt inside, only whispering about a lingering cold. Reports soon began to surface from across the globe, strange sightings of an old-fashioned train appearing and disappearing. One of the most famous accounts came from Mexico, decades later, when a train matching the Zanetti's description pulled into a station. Witnesses in Mexico City described a silent, smoke-belching locomotive, with passengers peering from its windows, their faces pale and gaunt. The train stopped only for a moment, then, with a mournful whistle, it vanished before anyone could board or inspect it. Other sightings were reported in various locations, always fleeting, always accompanied by a strange chill in the air. Some theorized the train had entered a time warp, or perhaps another dimension, trapped in an endless journey between worlds. Grandfather believed the souls aboard the Zanetti were forever bound to their ghostly carriage, searching for an exit they could never find. He spoke of the tunnel as a gateway, a veil between realities, momentarily opened, then closed, trapping the train within. Railway engineers offered scientific explanations involving gas pockets or structural collapses, but nothing truly fit the absolute disappearance. The lack of debris, the absence of any signs of a crash, defied all logical reasoning. The families of the vanished passengers never found closure, their grief compounded by the bewildering nature of the loss. They clung to desperate hopes, scanning newspaper reports for any news of a breakthrough, but none ever came. The official explanation remained unexplained disappearance, a cold comfort for broken hearts. Grandfather warned me never to stand too close to abandoned tunnels, especially on foggy days. He believed the mist was a sign, a thin place where the veil between worlds thinned, allowing things to cross over. He said the spirits of the lost passengers sometimes lingered near the sealed entrance, restless and confused. Occasionally, locals would report hearing the faint whistle of a train from within the bricked-up tunnel, especially on misty nights. People would leave flowers at the tunnel's mouth, a silent tribute to the lost, a plea for their peaceful passage. The story became a cautionary tale, a whispered warning to respect the unseen forces of the world. My grandfather's voice would tremble when he said, "Some doors, once opened, cannot be easily closed." He carried the weight of that mystery throughout his life, forever wondering about the fate of the Zanetti. I often imagine the passengers, still trapped, forever reliving the moment the white mist consumed them. Their laughter, their hopes, their lives, all swallowed by a dark, unknown force within the mountain. The ghost train became a symbol of humanity's insignificance in the face of the truly inexplicable. To this day, the sealed tunnel stands as a silent monument to the unanswerable, a permanent scar on the landscape. And sometimes, late at night, when the wind howls just right, I can almost hear it too, the faint, mournful whistle of a train. A train forever lost, forever traveling, carrying its ghostly passengers through the dimensions. This story is a chilling reminder that some mysteries are never meant to be solved, only remembered. It teaches us that not all disappearances leave behind bodies or wreckage, some simply leave a void. And perhaps, a faint echo, a ghostly presence that refuses to be forgotten. For those 106 souls, eternity is a journey through an endless, silent tunnel. Their tragic tale continues to roll on, a spectral echo through the annals of history. My grandfather made sure I never forgot it. And now, neither will you. If this story sent shivers down your spine, hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the edge of reality. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and always remember, some trains never reach their final destination.